Hey everyone and welcome back to the channel. The Formula One world is buzzing after the Qatar Grand Prix, and it's not just about the on-track action. Tensions have boiled over between two of the sport's biggest personalities. Mercedes team principal Toto Wolff and Red Bull advisor Helmut Marko. The source of the drama? A controversial claim from Marko that has sent Wolff into a fury. Let's break down exactly what happened and why Toto Wolff is calling Helmut Marko brainless. So, picture this. It's the penultimate lap 56 of 57, at the Qatar Grand Prix. Max Verstappen is comfortably leading, with Oscar Piastri in second. The real fight is for the lower positions, which have huge implications for both the drivers' and constructors' championships. Mercedes' rising star, Kimi Antonelli, is having a brilliant race, running in a solid fourth place. Right behind him, in fifth, is McLaren's Lando Norris, who is locked in a tight championship battle with Verstappen. If the race had finished in that order, the points gap between Norris and Verstappen heading into the final race in Abu Dhabi would have been just 10 points. Everything was on a knife edge. But then disaster struck for Antonelli. On that crucial second-to-last lap, he made a small but costly mistake at turns 9 and 10. He just slipped up, lost a bit of traction, and that was all the invitation Lando Norris needed. Lando seized the opportunity, squeaked past the Mercedes, and snatched fourth place. This move wasn't just a single position change. It was incredibly significant. It gave Norris 2 extra vital points, increasing his championship buffer over Verstappen from 10 to 12 points heading into the season finale. Every single point counts, and those two could be the difference between winning and losing the world title. Now, this is where things get really spicy. After the race, Red Bull's Helmut Marko was asked about the incident. Instead of seeing it as a simple driver error from Antonelli, Marko made a pretty explosive claim. He suggested that Antonelli had intentionally let Lando Norris pass. Essentially, he accused Mercedes of team orders, but not to help their own driver, but to interfere in the championship fight between McLaren and a Red Bull. As you can imagine, this accusation did not go down well over at the Mercedes garage. When Toto Wolff heard about Marko's comments, he was absolutely furious. In a media session, Wolff didn't hold back at all. He started by saying, "Bless him, Helmut. This is total and utter nonsense that blows my mind." You could tell he was genuinely incensed. He went on to explain just how illogical Marko's theory was from Mercedes' perspective. He pointed out that Mercedes is in its own intense battle for second place in the Constructors' Championship against Red Bull. At that moment they had a 33-point lead, but they needed every single point to secure that position, which is financially and motivationally huge for the team. Wolff then asked, rhetorically, how brainless can you be to even say something like this? He explained that Antonelli was fighting for a potential podium finish, his own best result, and the team was fighting for crucial constructors' points. Why on earth would they throw that away? Wolff made it clear he was already annoyed with the race, with Antonelli's mistake, and with other issues. But hearing Marko's nonsense was the final straw that just blew his mind. He couldn't comprehend the logic. To further debunk the claim, Wolff mentioned that he had spoken directly with Antonelli's race engineer, the highly respected Giampiero Lambiase, or GP. Wolff explained the situation to him, detailing how Antonelli had a moment in the previous corner, which compromised his entry speed into the next, causing him to lose the position when he got on the gas. It was a classic racing incident, a driver pushing the limits and just getting it slightly wrong. According to Wolff, GP agreed and said he hadn't seen the situation clearly but understood. The final, and perhaps most important point Wolff made was a direct question to the absurdity of the claim. Why would we do this? Why would we even think about interfering in the Drivers' Championship? He ended his tirade by saying that if you believe something like that, you need to check yourself to see if you're seeing ghosts. So there you have it. A classic F1 war of words. Marko accuses Mercedes of foul play, and Wolff hits back with full force, defending his driver and his team's integrity. It just adds another layer of intrigue as we head into the final race of the season. What do you guys think? Was it a simple mistake by a young driver under pressure, or is there more to it? Let me know your thoughts down in the comments. Thanks for watching, and if you enjoyed this breakdown, make sure to like and subscribe for more F1 news and analysis. See you next time.